Alright. Let's go back to Lucky 38. Let's see what's going on in there. Let's get Arcade in our party and figure out if we can trigger his missions or not. Okay. Alright. Whew. Lousy Lobster sent me $1.50. Says, if you came down to it, would you consider selling your cat to me? No. Fuck you. For even suggesting such a thing. Seriously, he's a member of the family. It's not even a funny joke. It's stupid. It's stupid just like whatever your joke you're trying to make. It's very stupid. Okay.
Where to, partner?
Presidential suite. Alright, Boone's good to go. Where is Arcade? Or should we do... You know what?
Oh, it's you. You need something repaired or something?
Hold on. We gotta leave him here, I forgot.
Hey, I want to thank you for bringing me to Bitter Springs. Things seem clearer now.
Cool. So he's happy now. That's good.
I'll make my way there.
Yeah, I'll make my way
up?
there right where I am already. There he is. He teleported.
Oh, it's you. You need something repaired or something?
Okay. You want to tag along with me?
Anything.
Yes.
Stand here.
So Raul will tag with me. Secret did a super chat and says, hope this helps with your bills. It will not help with my bills this month, but it will help with next month. So thank you, Secret, for the super chat. Okay. Alright, thank you. So, what was I doing? Raul. What are Raul's quests? I had them listed here. Old School Ghoul. With Raul and Toe, visit Ranger Andy and Novak. Loyal in Nellis and Corporal Sterling in Forlorn Hope. And exhaust all of his dialogue trees. Okay. So, first place we're going to be going is Novak and talk to Ranger Andy. Who the fuck is Ranger Andy and Novak? That doesn't sound familiar at all.
High roller suite.
That really doesn't sound familiar at all.
Casino floor.
Oh my god. Cowlings just did me $2 and said, being the game's made by Obsidian, what improvements would you like to see in Outer Worlds 2? Anything from New Vegas you would like them to put in Outer Worlds 2? Yeah, way more variety of combat. Outer Worlds 1, the combat was so effing repetitive. It really was like, everything was just this boring, shoot everything kind of grind. No real challenge or variety to the combat. They need to make the combat way more interesting. Because the combat is a giant chunk of the gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Alright, Mean Master. Enjoy your time out for spamming all the Nightbot commands. And if you come back and do it again, I'm just going to ban you. Very nice. Alright. Novak. Ranger Andy is in a house next to the T-Rex, says Darziak. Thank you. Let's see if we can find him. Ranger Andy. Okay. Cliff Briscoe. Ranger Andy. Who the fuck is Ranger Andy? Who are you?
We haven't met yet.
No, we
You must be
haven't.
new in town. I'm Andy.
What do you do here?
Right now, a whole lot of sitting on my keister and counting cracks in the ceiling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. On better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road. I watch the town. Tell myself I'm doing some good.
Okay. Did you do something to your leg?
Yeah, twice. Actually, the first time, it was more like half my body. Knocked me out of the Rangers. This time, it's mostly just reminded me how useless I've gotten.
What happened? Let's find
A
out.
few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from where we were stationed. We get there and it's deserted. No sign anyone's been there. I mean, nothing. As we're leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around and there's this kid, just skin and bone, and he's looking up at us and he's scared half to death. Been hiding in a closet.
What'd you do?
I go to grab him out of there and I notice he's holding something in his hand. Something metal. He shuts himself back in the closet and that's when I see the grenade he's left by my feet. They do it a
Whoa.
lot, the Legion, using kids. They know we'll hesitate.
Wow.
Anyway, that was the first time. Second time, I fell down those stairs in front of the motel, just in case I got to thinking I'd put it all behind me.
Well, can't do the speech challenge. Just because you're idle, you'll never walk again. I forgot where I was going with that. Wow. You'll never walk again except that you're walking. What? That's weird. So now we have to visit Loyal in Nellis. Nellis Air Force Base, I'm assuming. Loyal. Who's Loyal? The old guy, right?
Hey, boss.
Whoa!
Can
Here
I
we
ask
go.
you something?
Yeah, why are you so close to me? He's creeping me out, dude.
What do you
got
think
bad
of
breath.
guys like Ranger Andy?
What do you mean, guys like Ranger? I think he's a hero.
That wasn't what I meant, really. I mean, guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured.
You remember a crippling injury? A guy like Andy's tougher and more dangerous than most men alive. He didn't have to give it up. He's just scared. Just because someone's crippled doesn't mean they're useless. All that experience is invaluable. Say that.
Yeah, I suppose you can still teach. Take a less active role in the world. That's not so bad.
Is that what you did?
Would it surprise you to know that I used to be a gunslinging adventurer? I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm.
Why are you so close?
With a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in mind. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell, and we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
How did he... Yeah, the question is, if he missed the bombs, then how did he turn into a ghoul? Alright, yeah, go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
Jeez. And then what happened?
About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside.
Wow.
I smelled the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
Wow, his whole family.
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
Jeez. You can't think of it as your fault. No one could stand against a dozen armed men. Let's say that.
I know that, boss. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just getting sentimental in my old age. Anyways, forget it. Just wanted that off my chest.
Huh. Well, it was nice of him to tell that to you, right? To share that story with you. Now, where is Loyal? I swear Loyal was the old guy. But I think during the day he may be in the hangar, actually. Yeah. Is he not in here? They were... I guess they're not in here. They were in here at one point. They're gone now. It was supposed to be him and the younger guy, but they're not in here. Oh, never mind. There he is.
Isn't that bomber a beauty? Thanks so much for making an old man's dreams come true.
Can I get a code to use VR pods in the mess hall?
No,
Nope.
those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
Okay.
Anything else?
So maybe he'll say something later, just like before. Okay.
That's
Oh,
a
here we go.
see, huh, boss?
What are you talking about?
That loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Loyal's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that's a noble goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's on your mind?
Old history, boss. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick riding. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Oh, wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in that Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin.
Jeez.
Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
Damn, so they were just kids by themselves. They didn't know what to do, so they went to the major city that had been nuked and basically got radiation poisoning, turning into ghouls. Jeez, that's bad. Alright, time to ban some idiots. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. That's 2. Oh, and here's the 3rd one. Okay. That's 3 down. 3 idiots down who literally don't listen to me. So now they're all fucked and they're out of here for good. Alright, guys. Now we can get back to chatting. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Sounds pretty
You're
bad.
a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume
A
shop.
novelty
I
costume
was
shop?
just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed for the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Do ghouls live forever? Good question. It sure seems like they can live like hundreds of years, which is weird. You would think radiation poisoning would make you die, but in this franchise, for some reason, it mutates your body and makes you live a long-ass time. Just going with the lore of Fallout. Okay. El Grey Zoro, I have no idea what my record of ban trolls is on a single stream, but we've had entire streams where someone will come in here with bots after bots after bots, so we're talking probably upwards of 50 or more, so. Okay. Proteus Ash said, Proteus Ash is at a $10 super chat. Says, someone who lost their house in a 2009 financial crisis. You're about to miss your mortgage payment. There's zero panic from you. It seems odd. Explain and I'll donate $50. Sure. Sure. So my mortgage payment's due tomorrow. Alright? So technically it's not supposed to be due till Monday because it's Sunday. They're not going to get the payment tomorrow anyway, even if I were to process it. Alright? If I had no money for this payment at all for the rest of this month, and this was going to be like weeks to a month late, yeah, then I'd be panicking because I'd be like, you know it's going to happen. They're going to contact me. They're going to say, hey, is this going to be an ongoing thing? There's going to be late fees. Likely they're going to try to, if this were ongoing, they would go to the point where they were probably looking to foreclosure and stuff like that. But that takes a while. That takes months and months. I would have to be like, if I can't pay my mortgage for like 6 to 8 months, then maybe they'd look into it. Okay? This is just, like, it'll be about a week to 2 weeks maybe, right? Because what's going to happen is I'm not going to pay it now. I can't. I don't have enough. I needed a lot more today in order to pay it, and I can't. So I'm not going to pay it. I don't even know if they're going to contact me this week or not about it. But when I do get my payment from YouTube on the 21st, that's the first thing I'll pay. You know, everything, like right now, what do I have to pay this coming week? My utilities. If I don't pay that, they will turn off the electricity. They will turn off the water. they'll turn that stuff off if you don't pay it. So that's a necessity, you know. I have to go grocery shopping on Tuesday. Those are things that I have to spend money on this week. If I had all the money for the mortgage, I would do that too, but I don't now. So I'll pay all the other necessities this week, and when I get paid by YouTube in the coming week, then I'll pay the mortgage, and it'll be late, and they'll charge me late fees, and I don't know. What I'm hoping is that this is not going to be an ongoing thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that with the increase in attendance and the increase in support that I'm getting on these streams from the YouTube side, and that means things like memberships and super chats, it's going to be enough to be equivalent or getting closer to being equivalent to what things were on Twitch. It's going to take a while. I know it is, but over the next couple of months, there'll be more newer games. There'll be more people coming to the streams to watch me play the new releases and the like. And I'm just going to stick with it. And hopefully this is not an ongoing thing every month. This will be the first time since I've been with this company that I have a late payment, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we'll see what happens, right? Why would I exactly be freaking out? Like, oh my God, I'm crying on the stream for one thing, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, I know what'll happen. They're going to probably charge me a late fee. It's the first time it's ever happened, so likely it's not going to be a big deal. If, like I said, if you're chronically a late payer on a bill, that's a problem. But, you know, it's not a ginormous issue to only be a little bit late on a payment, especially because, like I said, I know I'm getting paid by YouTube on the 21st. I'll be able to pay it then, you know? So there you go. Let's see here. So there you go. That was, what was the name again? Proteus Ash? There's your explanation. Proteus Ash. There's your explanation. When you're an adult, alright? When you're an adult, you don't panic about every little thing. You don't. Today, absolutely, it would have been amazing if I could have rallied and made enough to make the payment. Then I don't have to worry about late fees or nothing or any kind of issue. But I also know that when you miss one payment, you don't lose your house. You know? Nor did I ever say anything to that effect. So thank you for the super chat. And yeah, you owe me $50 because I explained it. Okay. Alright, so wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick.
He was
For a
young.
while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Oh, what happened to his sister? You know something very, very bad happened. Oh, boy.
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar
Oh
on her
my
knee
God.
from when she was a little girl.
Jesus Christ, man. That is terrible.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
This boy, Raul's story is fucking ultra depressing. Like, ultra depressing. Alright, so what did you do?
I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Well, that's part 2 of his mission quest line. Okay. His third says you have to go to Forlorn Hope and talk to Corporal Sterling. I think it's called Camp Forlorn Hope. I have no recollection where the hell that is. Camp Forlorn Hope. Ah. There we go. You're supposed to talk to Corporal Sterling.
Yeah. Time for more fighting.
Whoa! Why is the NCR heavy trooper wearing Brotherhood armor? Blammo! One experience. That's Major Palatli. I need Corporal Sterling. Maybe inside the big tent. Lieutenant Gorobitz. Corporal Sterling.
Howdy. Name Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before.
I don't think I met this
remember
guy
if I
before.
had.
what the hell? You remember everyone who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all. And a lot of scouting from place to place.
Jackie Spurs says, when do I think there'll be another marathon? The next one that I would like to do would obviously be if we can celebrate hitting our membership goal for the month. That'll be in early September, and that'll be one of your choices. Since it's a celebration marathon, it'll be, for example, either a retrospective marathon or an indies marathon, maybe a Game Pass marathon, you know, whatever you guys want. I'm happy with that. That would be early September. I'm really hoping that we don't have this situation again next month. I have to do another marathon like this. You know, not that, by the way, not to say I didn't enjoy this marathon. Are you kidding me? Look at all the stuff we just did today, right? We ended up doing so many, you know, interesting missions. We checked out 2 new vaults. We fought a ridiculous army of death claws and got a rare grenade launcher. We ended up now doing these follower quests. So we're doing all the leftover content that I knew was part of the game and I wanted to do before we get to the end. Okay? So it's working out really well, and I'm really having a good time with today's marathon for sure. But what I'm saying is, no, I won't have a scheduled marathon or anything unless we do hit our membership goal. Then that'll be the next one that we'll work on. Okay? Detractor Beam did a super chat saying, can I talk about Raid Shadow Legends? We already did. You missed it, and I'm not going to repeat myself. So we already talked about it much earlier, and I'm just not going to waste time repeating myself. You should have been here. Okay. Lover Action Rifle.
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her.
Yeah,
so
he didn't pay
long,
me 50.
couldn't
He was
bring
a liar.
myself
I
to
knew it.
toss her
He
away.
didn't do shit.
Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets.
You seen anything suspicious around here? How long have you been stationed
Going
here?
on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had
excuse
more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
Seen anything
As
suspicious?
a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. A couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expect to find trouble. Old habit, but it saved my hide on occasion. Round about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. Now that's the 3rd time I've spied those lights, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me. No trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. That light is mighty consistent. Always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look.
Sounds like a side mission. Alright.
Evening.
We leave, maybe it'll trigger Raul to say something. No. Huh. This one didn't trigger. Maybe I didn't do all... Oh, you know what? There's another... I think you have to do all the dialogues. And there was one more that I didn't do.
Took some skills to bring down that fiend. You done good.
There
Used
you
to
go.
be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those Rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up.
Jeez.
It's just a
Another,
little more
another
literal
depressing
nowadays.
story. Why'd you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me.
Oh.
Mangled my hands and feet pretty good.
Yeah.
Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How'd you manage to escape?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. I guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple of Rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
Jeez. Okay. Well, that was an interesting story.
30
Aha!
seconds to talk, boss.
Here we go, the end of his plot line. Alright, what's on your mind?
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
It's good that he's so devoted to his duty. The NCR put a lot of time and money into his training. It might seem harsh, but a soldier can't do his job properly with limitations. Yeah, we'll do the compliment, of course. Well, Sub-Zero Carl says, hold down for dear life and thrust. That's right. That's what you should be doing. You hold down for dear life, you give a nice strong thrust, and sometimes you'll win. Sometimes you'll lose. Sometimes you'll just, you'll come right up across something that doesn't... Alright, forget it.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
Talking about the Great War, what do you remember about it?
I left everything
Okay.
when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my face. I know it's surprising, boss, but I wasn't always this handsome. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel, and I was okay with that. I headed north for a while, and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyway. I found myself a little shack, started fixing things.
Okay. Get rid of another idiot. Chili Dog. Timmy, $4.20. Said, what would it take for me to make serious changes to content and streams? Okay. Like what? Because he says sometimes people give you advice and you ignore it or you turn it down. Improving your stream quality will increase viewers. I mean, what exactly would you like me to do with the limitations that I have? The things that people ask me to do a lot of the times are things that are just not reasonable. Like, okay, use a green screen. Okay, right now I could go get a green screen. It would look terrible. Why? Because my webcam is terrible. Right? My webcam is not great quality. So if you put a green screen behind me, it doesn't matter. It's still going to look bad. It's going to look pixelated. It's going to look blurry. It's not going to look good. So then you say, okay, well then, upgrade your webcam. All right, so now I got to go spend money on a webcam or whatever. Fair enough. But since I moved from Twitch to YouTube, right, I upped my stream quality. Now every single stream is 1080p, 60 frames per second. In some cases, like me staring at Raul just staring back at me creepily, it's not a big deal. Right now I'm looking at my CPU use and it says it's roughly 30-31% because there's nothing going on the screen right now. But in particular, in regards to games that are full of action or games where there's a lot going on, my CPU is pushing 80 to 90% most of the time. This computer that I have is over 7 years old. It's at a point where it's, you know, I'm doing the most I can possibly do with it. It's not going to be able to do anything. If I bought a better webcam right now, in fact, this webcam right now I'm using does 1080p. But years ago, I actually had this webcam at a higher quality. And when I had it at the 1080p and I was doing it with 1080p video, my stream would chop up. And people would say to me, why's going on? I was like, oh, I think it's the camera. And then what happened is I would lower the camera quality and then everything worked. Because it's too much. My computer is old, man. It's old. Do you want to see better webcam, green screen, all that? Great. I need a new PC, and we got to get to that point. Right now is not the time for that stuff. I'm about to enter the best busiest gaming season of the year, I need equipment that's going to be here working every day, not me trying to learn something new on the fly right when I need to be here every day for all the big releases, right? Right now is one of the worst times to buy computers. Components are monstrously overpriced, very hard, big scarcity right now because of COVID and everything. This is probably one of the worst times that you could possibly want to buy a new PC, okay? So, that being said, the things that people recommend for upgrades, I hear you, I understand. Listen, I wanted upgrades for a while. Just take a look at the 3 upgrades that just happened because of very generous fans. The Xbox Series X, we've been playing on for 2 weeks straight and played so many awesome games and fun things because of it. Huge improvement. Thank you to the fan who donated that because you made that possible. This new laptop that now I can monitor with all you guys. I can actually read your stream chat. It's not crashing. We're not sitting here waiting for me to reload it or anything else. It's constant content now for you guys with 0 interruption. That's amazing. Thank you to the fan for that. This chair, are you shitting me? Guys, this is the 2nd week in a row I'm doing a marathon. Previously, before I had this chair, I would be sore just from sitting with no back support for a few hours. Now I'm sitting here 2 weekends in a row. I did a marathon and I'm good. Like right now, I stand up. My feet feel a little tired, a little stiff, but I feel good. My back has 0 pain. 0. This is amazing, right? This is tons of improvement because you guys have helped me out so much this year, all right? And I appreciate that, but understand something. You know, there are limitations to what can happen. And right now is not the time to be trying to upgrade a PC in the midst of the busiest time of the gaming year that we're about to hit. I need consistency. I got to be here every day. I got to cover all the hot games. I got to put out the good streams for you guys, period. Maybe when things start to slow down next year, right? When we look at like earlier next year, there's not a lot coming out or whatever, then maybe we could consider upgrading stuff and doing significant improvements. At this point, this is the worst possible time, seriously. So here we go again. He tipped again and says, your content needs to change. You need to change your on-stream behaviors. I've been watching for a long time. These are not unreasonable suggestions. Pre-stream and breaks need to change. Stream schedule and chosen games. These don't cost money. Stream schedule and chosen games. You mean how in the last month, since I could now do it, I'm playing everything on Game Pass according to what you guys want? Like, I directly listened to what you wanted. We did Game Pass interactive streams where you guys picked games for me to play, and that's what I'm doing now? Is that what you mean? Okay, so no pre-stream and no breaks ever. Just sit here for hours on end and not take any breaks and feel like shit. Alright, so how about this? Here's what we're gonna do, alright? If you have intelligent, reasonable suggestions, give them to me. I am open to all intelligent, reasonable suggestions. But if you're someone who's entitled and feels that if you give a suggestion and that suggestion does not get implemented, that you're going to be butthurt about it, then don't give a suggestion. Because if I have a perfectly reasonable explanation for why it's not feasible or why I can't do a change immediately, and you're going to be all upset, oh my God, Phil didn't directly listen to exactly what I said and immediately change. Is this your stream? Exactly. Why don't you, here's what you do. Start up your own stream and do your own thing. And I will wish you the best. I hope that you have success with what you do. But there's a reason why I do what I do. It's all justified. The regulars here don't complain. It seems to be these outsiders who come in, oh, why is he doing a pre-stream? My God, Phil took a break today? Yeah, a break during a fucking marathon stream. By the way, my breaks today were actually shorter than the breaks that I usually take during my regular streams. They were significantly shorter. But this guy is literally complaining about bullshit. So if you're going to nitpick about bullshit and not be happy when I don't change my entire stream style for your little nitpicky requests, either say, okay, whatever, or move on. Don't sit here butthurt. No one wants to hear you airing your butthurt grievances. Seriously. Okay. Thanks for the tips, by the way. All right. Let's continue with Raul's story about fixing things.
Well, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster. I lived there for a long time, kept to myself, didn't get into any fights. Hell, the only reason I even kept my guns oiled was professional pride.
So why aren't you still there then?
Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want.
Yeah.
But it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up.
75
First thing you ever saw,
years.
boss. Maybe it was just a trick of my senile brain, but I swear she looked just like my Rafaela. Her name was Claudia. She ended up taking work at one of the brothels in town. I never went to her, of course. How could I? But I looked after her in my own way.
Oh, let's see. What happened with her? I don't really have time for this. No. Let's see what happened with her. How much actual gameplay did we have today? We had at least 3 hours before the DSP tries it on break, and I just did a video that was an hour and 15 minutes, and this next video is going to be an hour and 15 minutes. So that would be roughly 5.5 to 6 hours of gameplay, give or take. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good for a marathon. We got really far. More than 2 actual normal gameplay streams. So, okay, what happened with it?
This was a long time ago, before Caesar's Legion pacified Arizona and brought the Raider tribes to heel. A tribe came into Tucson one day. More a gang, really. Dirty Dave and his 6 brothers.
Dirty Dave,
They were
huh?
looking for bullets, and I sold some to them. I figured if I did that, they'd leave town before they tore it up too much.
What they didn't, did they?
No, boss. No, they didn't. As I was saying, I hoped they'd leave the town in peace. Instead, they decided to stop at Claudia's brothel and take the edge off. I don't know which one of them got rowdy first, but by the time I heard the screams and got my guns, it was too late. They shot up the brothel, killed 4 girls, and taken Claudia for their sport.
Yeesh. Oh my god, this is the last time I'm going to address stupidity. Mouth Drew Moron does a super chat. He says, why did I do a fundraiser marathon if it's not urgent? Because it is. The point is, if we had hit the goal today, I would have been in the clear and paid the mortgage. I would have been able to pay my utilities this week. Everything would have been good. And I would have been able to rest easy and be like, no big deal. Now I'm going to be behind on payments. There's going to be late fees. Things are going to start to compile badly. All right? But when you're an adult, you don't just incredibly go to panic mode before you get to the bad part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have liked to do really well today and get everything done, but it didn't happen. Why are we going to sit here and freak out? Right? Like, what do you want me to do? Sit here and cry? Sit here and cry because this happened? No. People were very generous today. Like I said, super chats are actually really good today. Tips are really good today. Right? So I'm not going to sit here and be upset when my fans came out and rallied and supported me today. We couldn't hit the amount that I needed, but that's not their fault. So I'm not going to sit here and freak out about it and be sad or be upset about that at all. You know, I'm just going to say, well, it is what it is. And move on positively like I always do. Right? So it's not that I didn't need to do this today. Absolutely I needed to do this today. I needed to see if I could make happen the best case scenario. Now we move on to not so good scenarios, but it's still not panic mode, end of the world shit. But if you're a child and you don't understand that because you're not an adult who's been through this stuff before, you wouldn't understand at all. You see the world as black or white. It was either Phil raised it or he doesn't. If he raises it, it's good. If he can't raise it, it's terrible, end of the world. No. And this will help. What we raised today will help because this concretely will help me pay the utilities at the very least in the next week that have to be paid. Right? So at least that will be done. It's partially what I needed to do. It's not everything I needed to do, but it's still a good start. You see? So, so stupid. No, of course they don't. Not only do these people not know how normal human bills work, they don't even know how life works. I seriously, like, these people are so, their way of thinking is such a simpleton mindset. Like, I don't understand why you did a fundraiser marathon if you weren't going to lose your house. What? Let me ask you a question about this, all right? Why would you do that the moment you're going to lose your house? Right? Why would you wait? Why would you wait? Wouldn't you try to do something to prevent the worst case scenario before it happens? Which is what I'm doing. Like, I mean, again, this is common sense to people, but not to you. So I guess your name might be appropriate. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm not even going to answer his nonsense anymore because he's still doing super chats. I'm going to say whatever. He's so stupid. I mean, jeez, man. Here's what you should do. If you have any questions about what took place today, go ask a parent. or ask an adult, a responsible adult who actually has life responsibilities unlike you, they'll answer all your questions for you. I promise you, they'll actually be able to answer these important things for you, but I'm not your dad. So I'm not going to answer these questions for you on my stream. Okay? All right, let's continue.
I went after Dave and his brothers. They had a head start, but they slept nights. I didn't. It took me 3 days to catch up to them. Claudia was dead when I got there. They put a bullet in each of her eyes.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do anything except the pain.
Jesus H. Christ, this guy's life is so fucking depressing.
I charged into the middle of their camp and started firing. 2 of them were dead before they knew I was there. The other 5, though, they shot the shit out of me. I would have died, I think, if I wasn't so full of rage.
Jeez. Thank you, Guts the Black Sword. This is a nice thing to say. It's been a very fun stream. Got my mind off of things, just chilling with Fallout greatness. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, so how did you survive?
By being a meaner old cuss than the rest of them, boss. I wanted to keep living until they weren't. So I just kept shooting until they were all dead. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. I don't know how long I laid there, with the sun baking me and the buzzards chomping at me. Eventually, I got the strength to start moving. Some long time after that, I managed to drag my carcass back to town.
Oh, let's see. What happened then? I don't really have time. All right, what happened then?
When I recovered, more or less anyways, I left Tucson and headed west. I ran into Tabitha at Black Mountain, and well, the rest you know. I swore I was done with the gunslinging life. I was too old, too slow, and too beat up to protect anyone anymore. I thought I was done forever, but after traveling with you, I realized I've always had my doubts.
Flying Night Slasher. Now did a super chat said, for the love of God, don't ruin Fallout. Oh, don't worry, no one's ruining Fallout for us, man. Especially not after the lengthy chill fun we've had together with this playthrough. This is just idiots trying to derail because it was a marathon today. You know, they're going to be dickheads about it. And I totally expected this kind of behavior from these, you know, small-minded idiots. It's fine. I'm still having fun, and we are making great progress today. This is our second follower mission we're about to complete, so good stuff. Thank you for the super chat.
About whether I'm really too old to keep living the life of a gunslinger after all. And after seeing what you go through, boss, I think I am. From now on, I'll let you deal with the fighting and stick to keeping your gear working. I don't want to slow you down more than I already do.
If that's what you think is best, I won't stop you.
Thanks, boss. I'd hate to think I was disappointing you with my life-altering decision.
So it has full maintenance perk, replaces the regular maintenance perk. And he just changed his outfit. Yeah, look. He just got like armor on his body that he didn't have before. What the heck? So now we have a full maintenance perk? But how does that work? Let's see. While Raul is a companion, the condition of weapons and armor decays 75% slower. Wow. That's sick. That's actually quite good. 75% slower? Yeah. So you really won't have a lot of decay with him with you. Alright. So, actually, that is the end of his quest line. His quest line way more simple than pretty much everyone else's. All you need to do is talk to those 3 particular people and listen to his story. That's a great perk, man. And he looks cooler now. He has more armor on his body. That's nice. Alright, so he's done. So really, all we have left now is Arcade and Lily, right? And I don't know how to do if Lily has a major quest line like everyone else or not. What the hell? It's wrong for the Kings to back down. What's that dialogue about? Let's go back to Lucky 38 again. That's true. Swangan says, now if I wanted to use the lair, you know, Elijah's lair, paired with Raul being with me and having this perk, now it would be bearable. It wouldn't just break so quickly. You're right. I mean, that might be the only way to make it bearable. Because, geez, that thing breaks so fast, right? Okay. Alright, he looks cool with that armor on now. Flying Night Slasher did another super chat. So to be honest, for me, Fallout is the best game. I have really, and I mean this, guys, really enjoyed this playthrough. I've been playing this game for 2 months pretty consistently, and I've had a ball with it because we're doing everything together. We're having fun conversations and interactions. You guys are helping me to make progress in the game when otherwise I wouldn't have been able to. Today we checked out things that I didn't even know were in the game. 2 vaults I never even visited before, right? This is outstanding. So I'm having so much fun. I hope you guys are absolutely enjoying it too. Now I remember Arcade Ganon's quest is really good, but I don't know if we can do it yet.
Where to, partner?
Block comments to the super chat. He says, do not let people kick you while you're down. Rise above. Damn straight, block comments. Damn straight. That's a nice positive message. I appreciate that. And Chris just did another $50 tip and said, been enjoying the playthrough. Chris, thank you, man. And I will apologize to anyone who feels that maybe today we got a little derailed with that idiotic stuff that people were asking me. It is what it is. Thank you, Chris, for another $50 tip. Gets us up to 562. Pretty crazy. Now, FYI, guys, about a half an hour left on the stream. Right around 8 p.m.-ish, I'm going to end for today. And then we're going to adjourn for now, and then we're going to continue this later on in the week. So, alright, where did Arcade go? Actually, we got to tell Raul to stay, right?
What can I do for you, boss? Hey, as long as you're not asking me to go back to Black Mountain,
Okay.
I'm a happy old man.
There he goes. Okay. Oh, man. That's Boone. Here he is.
What's up? There's something about that robot that doesn't seem... I'm just saying that if it were to fall into... Well, there are worse things.
Okay. So, if you remember, alright, we were doing stuff for him, but we didn't do enough. If you remember, we were doing a checklist of stuff with him, in order to like check off all the boxes essentially to get him to get to a point where he'll initiate his quest line. And I think what we need to do now, we need to side with Mr. House. I think once you pick your side of who you're going to ally with, that's when his mission structure begins. And that's okay. We've done pretty much everything we wanted to do up to this point. Like I said, the only thing left that I want to do before we beat the game is Lonesome Road DLC and the Followers quests. So, I think we're good to initiate that now. Calinx did another $4.20 tip and says, one more tip, keep the fun streams coming. We've been having a great time. Thank you very much, Calinx. Thank you, everyone, today. You've all been a great audience. You have been. You've been a great audience. You've been patient with me, and I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Devil's Throat. Swaggin says, could you go into a crater and get a rare minigun you'll never use in Devil's Throat? I guess we could do that. So let's go outside.
High roller, sweet.
Yeah, here we go.
Casino floor.
Come on, guys. Devil's Throat. Let's see. There it is. Wait, what just... The fuck just happened? Huh? Mojave locations. It's not on here. Devil's Throat is not on my map. Nope. I don't think it's called Devil's Throat. It might be called something else because it ain't on here. There's definitely stuff here we haven't done yet, but I don't know if any has anything significant. Like I said, we did the vaults today. don't see it. Oh, here it is. It's called The Devil's Throw. The Devil's Throw. Okay. Where is it? Fuck. It's not highlighting. What the fuck? It's not highlighting on the map for me. Oh, there. Whoa. That is way the fuck out there. Like, way the fuck out there. The Devil's Throat, okay, is right here in this crater on the map. So I have to go to Ranger Station Bravo, but keep going. Okay. The Devil's Throat. Let's save. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna go here. This is it right here. Oh, Flying Night Slasher now did a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, I guess I didn't really understand you. I first saw you back on the This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid videos, and that was probably years ago. I mean, dude, are you kidding? That was like almost 10 years ago. Yeah. As I'm sure you've seen, what I do today is so different from what I used to do 10 years ago. And definitely the people who want to constantly talk shit about me will incredibly stretch the truth or essentially just make shit up about the kind of stuff that happens on my streams. Like, if you were here all day today just relaxing with me watching Fallout, you see, I was just having fun with the game, having a fun conversation with you guys. Did money even ever come up as a point of discussion? Not really. I didn't bring it up. Other people do. It's always someone else who wants to cause drama or do something, cause an issue for me, right? I'm just having fun, man. I'm just enjoying games, enjoying life, having a good time with you guys. That's what it's about for me. But these people just want to constantly be harping on shit, you know? Blender Bottle now did a super chat. Says stream suggestion during breaks do jumping jacks on camera. Number of jumping jacks is the number of tips before the break. You get blood flow and stream gets content. No one needs to see a fucking grown man doing jumping jacks. It's a stupid suggestion. I'm sorry, it just is. Who the fuck cares about that? I got an idea. Why don't you just have me dress up in a chicken suit all month, right? Why not? Why not just have me cover my body in Crisco cooking grease and dress up like a chicken on stream all month? Doesn't that sound good? Sounds like something that I should do, right? Alright. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh, do you see what I see? Those are centaurs. That is a buttload of centaurs in the middle of a crazy radioactive crater. So, whew, why not just snipe the fucks, right? They can't move. They're slow as dirt. Working. Evolved Centaur. This is a rare version, huh? Damn, the area of effect does lots of damage, actually. Reload. What happened to the vest changing gimmick? Well, we did it once, but then no one really cared about it again, so. Okay. Boom, look at the damage. That's pretty good damage, man. From this distance, too. Whoa, he's spitting that far? Holy crap, he's got range. Oh, look at this boy. Look at this big boy. Giant evolved centaur. Batunk. He's running. Dead. He exploded. Did you see that? Yo, what are you guys doing? Don't run down in there. You crazy sons of bitches. What are you doing? No, we're trying to kill them from a distance. Dude, they're nuts. Oh, that was dead center. Nice. I guess they're gonna kill this guy for me. Dead. Wow, they zoom. Zoop. And then my grenade hit late, and his leg came off. Ooh. This gun is sick. Mercy. This is actually really good. So my problem now is, I want to go down there, but there's a lot of radiation. Holy fuck, look at that amount of radiation down there, right? So, if I'm going to do that, I don't think I have any rad-resistant armor. I don't think so. No, not really. I dropped the leather armor, I don't want it. Oh, shit. I guess I'm going to take, Rad Axe. Oh, let's save. There we go. There's a hat and a minigun hidden inside of the bus, says Swaggin. It's cool. The Devil's Throw. Do you think this is... Oh, no, I was going to say, do you think this is where a new kid... No, this is where someone dumped a bunch of radioactive shit. Look at that. Oh, fuck. Look at this. A super mutant. A dead super mutant. What the fuck? A party hat. The CZ-57 Avenger. Empty jet inhalers. He got stuck in here and he just kept taking drugs and he died. Jeez. Alright, well, we got it. And we got the party hat. Alright. Oh my goodness. Alright, very good. Get the fuck out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I had to get rid of a troll. Okay. Good stuff. Dude, I like this gun. This is Mercy, the auto grenade launcher. That thing was pretty good, man. It was doing crazy damage from afar on those centaurs. And that's the most centaurs we've ever seen in the game right down there. That was neat. Oh, man. Okay, well, we did it. Ooh, excuse me. So, I guess we should go back and talk to Mr. House and initiate the plot line, and then maybe it'll trigger the thing to do arcade. I think it will. Swang says if you hold on the fire button, this thing will just keep spitting grenades like crazy because it's an auto launcher. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'll have to try it. The Authority glasses. All the Legion armor. There's the party hats. Yeah, the real party got high as fuck and died in there. What was the name of that thing? The CZ-57 Avenger. Specialized minigun. Damn. Sell those guns. It just occurred to me that I have max barter. I could go sell those gold bars now, but I honestly don't know what I would do with all the money besides just go around the world buying all the stim packs up. I'm not exactly sure what else I would do. Okay. Will I play Fallout 3 just like this? Likely, eventually, yes. Definitely not this year. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, who knows? This has been, like I said, one of my favorite playthroughs of several years. Been playing this for 2 months. Or at least we're finally heading into the end game now. But, it's been crazy fun, man. So, I gotta talk to Mr. House.
Where to, partner?
Here we go. Do I have a Gunrunner's Arsenal DLC? I do not. I did not buy that DLC. I bought the 4 story-based DLCs. That's it. I never got the other ones. So. Okay, shit. Where's House? I've confused myself. This is not the right place, is it? Or is it? Wait a minute. No, it's not. It's the... Wait. It's the penthouse I'm going to. There we go.
Mr. House is just pleased as punch you got those old Securitrons back online, sugar.
I have a snow globe to give her, I thought. From the DLC, right? Oh, I guess you don't give those to her. She only takes the ones from the main storyline. And I didn't get the one at the Hoover Dam yet. Okay. Alright, let's save. Here we go.
I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip?
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, what do we discuss payment?
Our terms were clear. Now that you have the chip in your possession, any attempt to renegotiate payment would be tantamount to blackmail.
I guess I'll just give it to him.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious. So very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale? I wonder if that has any significance.
Anyway, that's where the chip was printed. On October 22nd, 2077.
Oh god, Cyberpunk.
It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
So what does the chip do exactly?
Yes, so far as you've seen, all it does is change the picture on the Securitron's face screens from policemen to soldiers. But as you'll see, some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level, and you'll see what I mean. Don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have much to accomplish, you and I.
Okay. There we are.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core is like a small arm that's fractal easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassing Housing, is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons.
Yeah, what was their primary?
All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher...
I was right! Missiles!
At significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher, Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit.
Alright, I'm glad they're on our side,
The
huh?
city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
Cool. Sunnyvale was Fallout 1?
Trips
Oh,
to the
see, I didn't know
basement
that.
are rarely
Never
so
played it.
educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the strip.
Duh. Okay. So what happens next? You show your hand like that, now your enemies know what you're up to. You think your Securitrons can defeat Caesar's Legion and the NCR? Let's say that.
Why would I want to go to war against the NCR? They're my best customers. If their leaders weren't scheming to steal Vegas out from under me, I'd have no troubles with the NCR at all. The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action.
2 at once.
Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam.
Okay. So, okay, what's next? I've never sided with House, so I actually don't know what happens.
Outside New Vegas, at what was once called Nellis Air Force Base, resides an unusual tribe known as the Boomers.
Which we already are aware of.
They are, shall we say, aggressively reclusive. They have several howitzers they fire at anyone who dares approach the base. Artillery of this sort has a range of several miles. If it's going to fire on Hoover Dam, I want it firing at my targets. If not, then I want to make sure that the Boomers don't sign similar treaties to fire their guns in support of the NCR or Caesar's Legion.
The Boomers already vowed to help me out.
Well done. The Boomers' firepower may prove an advantage when the battle for Hoover Dam comes around. Your next assignment would have been to investigate the Omertas. But you managed to foil their scheme before I could put you to the task. I should compensate you as though it were an official assignment, however. Wouldn't want to disincentivize.
I already did all
your
this. I'm getting all these
proactivity.
rewards. The Murders were clever, but they were no match for me.
Arrogance was their undoing. There might be a lesson in that. But moving on, your next assignment is to locate and destroy remnants of the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood.
They want me to kill the Brotherhood.
The NCR nearly did the job at Helios 1 a few years ago, but there seem to have been survivors, unfortunately. Given the Brotherhood's fanatical views on technology, they can be counted on to oppose my regime. Please, put them out of my misery.
So we already know. The Brotherhood's holed up in Hidden Valley.
You're absolutely right. You must have had run-ins with them, as have I. Since 2278, I've lost 5 roaming Securitrons near Hidden Valley. I didn't receive any clear video of the incident, but telemetry from the units destroyed indicates they were attacked with energy weapons. It's obvious that the Brotherhood has a base in Hidden Valley or thereabouts. Finding it won't be easy, but getting inside will be the real trick.
I've already done all that. They want... Wow, I have to destroy the bunker. So, I can't get in anymore? They're gonna attack me? If I can sneak using stealth boys, I can sneak into that chamber and there's a self-destruct box that I can enable and kill them all. Is there any possibility of a diplomatic solution? There isn't. They already hate me, but let's see what he says.
We're talking about a coterie of bulging-eyed fanatics who think all pre-war technology belongs to them. They'll never accept my using an
Thank you,
army
Jake,
of
for $2
robots
super
to
chat.
defend New Vegas. While it's a fight I can win,
Excuse me.
I'd rather sidestep it altogether.
Okay. I'm surprised you never asked me what became of Benny. Huh.
That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does.
He's a man of progress.
Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp. What else did
That's
you want
funny.
to discuss?
Why is the terminal on the north wall off limits?
I recommend following the Securitron's instructions. Its programming is strict, and I don't have time to change it. What else did you want to discuss?
Swaggin says Veronica would actually leave prior to completing her quest if you blow up the bunker for House. He's like, I don't remember what happens if you blow it up after. Here's the thing. She doesn't care because they already tried to kill her, remember? They want her dead, so she shouldn't give two shits at this point. In fact, I would argue that's why her quest line ends like that, so that way you can progress with the story here and not affect the follower. That's why I think it actually turns into that outcome. Did you know the White Glove Society used to be cannibals?
Yes, of course. But refraining from those dietary practices is a primary requirement of their contract. They've been good to their word. Put together one hell of a resort hotel, too. From what I hear, I'd want to eat at the Gourmand every night, if I were ambulatory. What else did you want to discuss?
I should let you know I planted a surveillance device on one of your data terminals. Should I even tell him that? Let's save for now. And I guess what we'll do next, we do have to destroy the Brotherhood of Steel. But I'm also curious, now that I've sided with House, does that now mean that I can do Arcade's follower quest? Because that's really good. That's how you get the power armor training. Yeah. Alright, well. Kill the Van Graffs and their men. This was supposed to be for the Brotherhood, but they hate me now. But I still have the mission. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, great marathon today. Great progress here in New Vegas. Next time when we play, well, like I said, what we'll do is, number one, see if we can do Arcade Ganon's quest line. I really hope that we can, because I want to do it. It's one of the best ones, one of the best followers in the game when it comes to his quest, the reward. Getting that power armor, it changes the game. It's so good. In addition, obviously, we're going to have to kill the Brotherhood. Now, maybe we can sneak in, maybe we can't. The doors are all open. So maybe if I use Stealth Boys non-stop, I could sneak through, enable the bomb, and blow them all to holy hell. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We definitely got to do that. And then once we do that stuff, I would argue then we should do the Lonesome Road DLC and then finish the game. So if you think about that, like, I don't remember the Lonesome Road DLC at all or how long it is, but you would think to finish up the game, maybe another couple of streams, not a lot left. So I guess it really depends on Lonesome Road. By the way, Sub-Zero Carl, thank you for the super chat. I genuinely hope you're having a good time tonight. I genuinely did have a good time today. I did. It was a really good session. And see, that's funny. Team Heavy 13s, it's over already? Yeah. Can you believe it? Dude, it's 8:03 p.m. Whenever I play this game, time flies. And like I said, because of this chair now, it didn't even matter that I played all day. I feel fine. I feel energized. I don't feel bad at all. Like, when I used to do marathons, I genuinely would feel like sore and in pain and exhausted by the end of the day. I don't feel that way anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are so much better now because of these upgrades I got this year, and I'm really appreciative of all that, guys. And I'm appreciative of all of you here today, chilled with me, all of you who relaxed and have a good time with me in Fallout New Vegas today. Thank you, obviously, to everyone who contributed today. Yes, we did not hit the goal, but this will help tremendously. Like I said, this is enough. This will pay my utilities coming up this week. And at least put me in a much better position than I was, that's for sure. All right? And things are getting better. I mean, today, memberships, super chats were great on this marathon. They were really genuinely good. So if I can maintain that level of support moving forward, then hopefully I won't have to do marathons like this every month. You know, I'd like to do just regular streams like I do and not have to worry so much about this shit, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys? All right, so excellent. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Great marathon today. And until next time, you know, I will basically be playing this again later in the week. I'm trying to think. It's likely going to be Wednesday that I'll be playing this again. Because I do have a full schedule. So, all right? All right, good stuff.